Hello, hello, hello. This is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I want to thank you all so much for joining me today, whether you are joining me here live or on the replay. I'm so happy you are here. I'm happy to be here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with our intro. All right, I guess I can show my face. Hello. Oh my gosh, you guys. Where have I been? Well, I mean, I've been putting out videos, but I got the C word. Yep, I sure did. I got sick. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday before. And the one thing that bugs me about this particular virus is I don't have, or my sense of taste and sense of smell is off. I can smell things, but it just smells bad. It smells bad. It tastes bad. It's just really unfortunate because I am someone who loves spices. I love coffee. Um, I'm a foodie. I love to go, eat in really great restaurants and just, take in the meal and like this is rough. So I am happy to be alive. um, I just haven't really been inspired to do a lot of readings because I'm just, recovering. I'm gonna spare you guys all the crazy details, but I'm gonna be honest about it because I think it's important to share like real life. So yeah, my husband got it first, then my daughter, and then I was like, oh, I don't usually get sick, and then I got sick because the last few lives that I did with you guys, I think it was the last live. I don't know if I was starting to get sick at that point, but what was interesting to me during that time was that the toilet was leaking water and I couldn't sleep at night. And I was staying up until 2 and 3 in the morning, either wrapping up a video reading or wrapping up a video for the channel or whatever I was up to. I was up really late, getting only a few hours of sleep. And then Sunday, I was just out, like fever, chills, headaches, and weird dreams and epiphanies and stuff happening that normally only happens when I'm in a meditative state, but it was happening while I was like in like my waking state, like seeing blue, like I always see when I'm meditating, like this beautiful shade of like blue, like, but it's not like a true blue, not like navy. I can't even describe it. Maybe indigo, I don't know, but it's just this bright, bright blue that only happens when I'm meditating. But it was happening when I was having my fevers, and it was like, what's going on? So, anywho, today's topic for our Tarot Love Clinic, and it's going to be kind of loosey goosey. I kind of wanted to even throw some cards for folks to help them on their little journeys. It's going to be loosey goosey, but I have topics like I always do. This is social media and like self love. And what's funny is that I end up having to like I was forced to have to do self-love and self-preservation in the face of social media. Like I have a YouTube channel, right? I have a Facebook group. I have a business, a virtual business. So I'm always dealing with social media. But this time around, I was forced to have to take care of myself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, apparently, because some things were bubbling up. When I get sick or when I have a traumatic experience, my intuition always like, I can always feel it, like it deepens. Like, and so now readings are even more crystal clear to me. It's so weird. I don't know. Can you guys relate to that? When your mind or your body or spirit goes through something, whether it's an illness or it's a traumatic experience, and it just feels like after that experience, or even during, you go deeper into your intuitive knowing. Like your mind's eye is like clear. I don't know. Trippy. But I'm grateful. And so, how are you all? How are you all in the world? Definitely leave a comment. Let me know. Um, Yeah, so social media. I haven't really been on it, to be honest with you. I pop in here or there and share a video or two in the community tab here on the channel, but um, I just didn't have a lot of energy. My energy ebbs and flows. And so I kind of just have to work with that, So, yeah. So, for some of us who have been around internet and socializing in a virtual world for a long period of time, you probably are seasoned and you probably know this already. But I have been around in the internet world since those days of like AOL. You remember when we used to get the discs mailed to us with the little AOL CDs, and you would use them up? I think I was just between the time of it when it's switching from like a disc situation to a CD. I'm dating myself. And so there would be AOL message groups and chats. And so there was always some element of this going on. Not so much like YouTube, like with videos and stuff, but the element of interacting with people in a virtual setting, but it was small doses. I only had a finite amount of like how many hours they would give you. I can't even remember. I just remember always needing the disc so I could get online and go into these virtual chat rooms. So I've been doing that since like 1994. And sometimes I get a little burnt out, and sometimes I need to step back from social media as a means of just quieting everything. It's sometimes sensory overload. But back in the day, it was a luxury that you'd only do every so often, where you might dip into a chat room in the dark web and see what people are chit-chatting about in the message boards. I loved it. I loved it. And I have been doing it since. And I don't know. I get addicted. I don't know about you, but I get addicted. And I know it can impact my in-person relationships, because sometimes I just really want to be in the virtual world. But even like when I was sick, I didn't even want to be in the virtual world. I just didn't even want to be around people. I wanted to hermit, as the tarot card says. I wanted to go within. And I was supposed to do this discussion a couple of weeks ago, but then I got sick and I was like, y'all don't need to see all that. I was looking like, ooh, chow, like, no. But I had some time to ruminate and to think and to feel and to be offline for a bit. And so, yeah, I published a few videos here on the channel, but that's because I still have a schedule. I still want to put stuff out, and that's not going live. So, anywho, so yeah, let's talk. Can't even understand my notes. Yeah, so I've seen troll behavior. I've seen it here on the channel. Hello, trolls. Hi, I'm acknowledging you. I see you. So yeah, you get trolls that come around. You're like, but I always saw that kind of behavior again because I've been around on the internet for a long time. I did internet dating through, like I was in it. I was at the perfect Gen X time. So I've observed it, seeing how other people have to deal with it. But to actually be the receiver of it, it gets taxing, tiring. I don't know how people like deal with it on the regular. I mean, you just block a person, but to know that there's sick individuals out there that just want to, you know, say mean things to you for what? It's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. And then there's the social media of just being like on Facebook. And now, young people are probably on TikTok. They're not probably really on, what is it? Facebook, maybe even Instagram. I don't know. But I like those platforms, but I realize, I'm a little older. I guess it's an older demographic. But there's the constant barrage of like people showing their life. It feels very one-way street. I feel bad sometimes, like here I am posting something else. It's like I feel a little weird about like always sharing stuff. I don't know. And then it feels like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just share. And you're like, and then I'm receiving all this. And then I'm also not feeling that great. I'm feeling crummy, actually. And it brings up all these different feelings. So, social media and self love, how are you guys managing? How do you deal with the barrage of information, the constant management of it all? Do you manage it? Did you check out a long time ago? What did you do? Like, so I asked the cards, asked my beautiful tarot and oracle decks for guidance. And they had some pointed messages for me, and it was good. It was good. And so I listened. I took heed. I just stepped all the way back. I dealt with my little troll. I'm kind of proud of myself for attracting a troll, though. And then I had another one who's like a Jesus like Bible thumper. Just yesterday, posted on one of my Doreen Virtue videos. You guys, I was like, oh, I want to engage so bad because I feel like fighting. Like after I recover from an illness, I usually want to fight. Like I don't actually end up fighting and acting upon that. I don't, you guys. I'm not violent, but sometimes I just really like have a lot of fire in my my being, and I just want to fight. Like so, I was like, I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, so I wanted to do readings as I do my little discussions. I wanted to play the cards today. It's been a while. And I'm happy because I'm going to do a reading this evening. And so I'm kind of getting my groove back. So yeah. Anywho, I hope you can hear me. I don't even know. Like I'm just rambling. I came on here and I'm like, I'm just gonna ramble. Let me see. Okay. And I'm going to be taking sips of water because if not, you're going to hear a coughing spell like no other. Okay. So, yeah. So, social media is wonderful, connects everybody. Great. Great for virtual businesses. Great for meeting up with people, connecting with friends, both in real life and not in real life, meeting like your lover, like dating and all that. Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. Social media makes me happy too. It's actually my first foray back into reconnecting with humanity. Like I hermit. When I hermit, I hermit. I go all the way in. Like y'all can't reach me. It's delivery food. Don't call me. don't text me. Just let me be, so I could do my healing and whatnot. And then, yeah, it's great because then I'm like, okay, let me just do a little post here. Let me reconnect with my friends and virtual folk. And then I'll go out into the real world. So it's good for that. But then it also can be a distraction. It can be a distraction from things that you're trying to accomplish, maybe creative things, maybe finally starting your own little channel, or maybe, getting started on your business or some creative endeavor. It can cause procrastination. So it's good. You can ask your cards, like, what's going on here? I've spent, and you got to be real with yourself. You got to be like, oh, I spent like a whole day on social media. What's that about? And the cards will be, mine are a little sassy, and they're like, you need a break, because it can also start to affect your mood when you're watching certain kind of content. So anyhow, so I might have to do a reading for myself because it's been a while. And our value, we have to be careful about, having our value be tied into what, like the number of friends you have, the number of likes you get, the number of views you receive, and because it's a slippery slope. And we may say, no, I just want to make, for example, on YouTube, I just want to make content that people are going to want to watch. Okay, great. But then it's easy to slip into a comparison situation, or into a situation where you're like constantly being more concerned about that versus just in creating and enjoying for the art of creating. So your decks can definitely help with that. Definitely I'm definitely grateful for my cards. This is the Gentle Tarot I'm shuffling. And I had this one. And then I had the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. And so I have to, in my collection, have to have a few decks that are gentle, that are soft, that are self-care-ish. I don't know. So I have this deck. This is the mass market. This is not the indie version. I wanted the indie version because it was like more or like traditional tarot size. I'm very much into oracle decks that are traditional oracle size or tarot size. You know what I mean? This is Hay House. So you get your standard little square or little, it's more rectangle, but you know what I mean? It's more squarish. I don't like that. So this one's cool. I was pulling like oracle card a day with my tarot, like one or two cards there, and just seeing what the messages were. What did I need? And then you can ask in relation to your relationship with your social media engagement. If you do that, some people have like completely written social media off. My hat's off to you. I don't know if I want a life like that. That's completely void of no social media, like virtual social media. I don't know. I think I still need that in my life. But I definitely want a more balanced and harmonious connection. Like, I don't want it to be all consuming. Oh, I'll sing. I actually love to sing. That's something you guys don't know. People in my life, my real life, know I sing. I love to sing. I haven't sung. I have not sung in a long time since my little illness. Actually, even before that. And that's not good. That's not normal for me. A sign that social media is probably taking. I'm telling you guys, I'm not lying to you. Like I haven't been so much in the tarot tube. Like this week I was like, no, I'm gonna reconnect with my folks in tarot tube and see how you guys are doing. But before, while I was being a naughty girl and getting sick, I was like, what do they call it? The beef sector of YouTube. You guys, it's not healthy. It's not. And there I was, right there in the thick of it. I told you I wanted to fight. I have this thing where like sometimes I feel like I need to fight. Maybe it's because I'm from like East Oakland, California. Like that's another thing. Like growing up, I was into fights. Okay. So I sing and I fight. Hi. Hello. I'm just rambling. Jadzia, how are you? Is that how you pronounce it, Jadzia? Thank you for joining. I'm glad you are here. You know, but I could post, I wanted to invite folks today. This was kind of impromptu. I didn't really announce it. I was like, oh, and I could pull cards for folks, but it has to have like, this is a loving message from the universe to you about self-care, about your relationship to social media, etc. So I got for myself seeing and Queen of Wands, fire. I got a Sagittarius moon and Aries rising and Aquarius sun. That's me. And so I guess now that I'm starting to feel better and healthy after my little illness, I'm feeling frisky and ready to fight and ready to sing, ready to create. You're still supposed to be moving into our new place. I think that's also, I hate being in limbo. I like to just charge full speed ahead. And I just sing. So today I'm going to limit today and tomorrow. Oh no. You guys, I'm going to be on a live on Lavender Moon's channel. Check it out. It's 5:00 p.m. tomorrow, which is the 29th, October 29th at Lavender Moon. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like a little party of spiritual tarot people. So you have to join us. It's going to be great. We're going to be doing readings, I'm sure it sounds like. So that's why I was also like, I could do readings for folks here today to get myself all zhuzhed and ready. Like, I didn't want to do client readings while I was really sick, but then I end up having to. And they were, like I said, because I had that meditative state in my waking state situation going on, things were like coming in crystal clear and I was amazed by it. But I don't like it. If you're feverish and not feeling well, you don't want that ickiness on your cards. I feel good. So those are my cards, so we can see what's going on with you. So if you want, while I'm live, we can pull some cards and just, an oracle, a tarot, see what comes up for you. What loving message to get, because we're getting ready to go into, in the United States, we're getting ready to go into the holidays. Halloween's coming up, and then you've got Thanksgiving. There's all sorts of holidays. I mean, it's holiday season. So you got to get yourself, maybe you could ask the cards guidance on how you can ready yourself for all of that. For me, like, I'm going to be traveling in December and going back to the United States to hang out with my family. So it's going to be like a treat for me. But last year, I did not celebrate a thing. I was, it's the pandemic situation, didn't celebrate. I was moving, selling all my stuff, my entire house, my cars, everything, so I could move and travel abroad. So I had other things to focus on aside from the holidays. It was the first time in like my entire life, my parents are very much into celebrating every single holiday. So Anywho. Until I get a question or someone who would like a reading, I'm going to just continue to go down my list of topics. And then if someone wants a reading, I'm happy to do one. I will also be probably chiming in on readings tomorrow, Lavender Moon. Oh, and then Monday, I'm super excited about this. I'm excited about Lavender Moons too, because I'm so happy she asked me to come along for a little, I'm assuming celebrating Halloween. See how bad I am? Celebrating Halloween. Samhain. Monday. Monday, I will be on Gerald's channel, Tarot Stash. Great channel. You guys got to check it out. He's invited me to be on Deck Casual. And we're going to be discussing, where are you? Oh, there you are. The Light Seers Tarot. The Death Rebirth card is kind of what kicked it off, like what inspired us to have this conversation. But we're going to be chatting all about this deck. And I got some thoughts and some feels. So yeah, you guys have to join me on Monday. That is at 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Check out my community tab. It has the link so you can set a reminder for yourself. Check it out. And please subscribe to both Tarot Stash and Lavender Moon because they are great channels. I always look forward to catching them when I can. So, anywho, I forgot where I left off. Let me make sure I'm not going over. Okay, good. Yeah, I realized too, like, people put on such a front. I've been into like true crime stuff lately, and you guys are gonna see some of that. Not true crime, but like mysteries. I want to have like a mystic Monday situation going on, and it's gonna be me using the cards and exploring and diving into and employing some of my past career skills that I like, investigative skills that I had to do and use and now miss using. So we're going to have fun with that. So keep a lookout for that. But I don't even know where I was going with that. But people put on a front. You know, you think one thing like, wow, the family's so happy. They look so in love, you know, and then it turns out like there was chaos going on behind them doors and behind those beautiful smiles that you see displayed. So, you know, you got to take social media with a grain of salt and just love the life you're in. Okay. And you don't have to feel like you have to show. I don't really hardly show anything anymore. And that's not because I wouldn't share with people. It's just because A, I'm kind of lazy, and B, some things are just meant for you and your consumption and your family's consumption. Just sending a picture directly to your best friend who you guys went on a little weekend trip together. You have pictures. Yeah, not everything needs to be displayed. It is nice to have that. You know, you have the what is it? I hate my brain right now. You have a virtual place to store all of your memories, and that is helpful. And I can't be mad that I have that, but I also can't be mad when I have a cloud of pictures that no one else has seen but me and the loved ones who are in those pictures. There's something to be said about that too. But, you know, there's like pluses and minuses. There's pluses and minuses. Oh, look, 6 of Cups. Can you see that? You can't even see 6 of Cups. Oh my God. I'm trying to get it without the glare. See, look at that. 6 of Cups. 6 of Coins. I shuffled the hell out of this deck. Oh my goodness. I'm missing folks. Okay. Hello. Good, good. And we could do like a little card throw for you, like ways you can remember. But we literally have to remind ourselves, pause for a moment, take a step back. And you hear people like say, like, oh yeah, you need to live. You turn the camera off. Yeah, that's easier said than done. So pipe down. But I hear what they're saying too, and it is important to just have some awareness about where you are and what you're doing, and mindfulness. Oh gosh, yeah, and not sink into the social media facade. It's so easy, right? It's so easy to be like, okay, this is me looking great. I even slipped into it today, right? I put on makeup and like, but if y'all would have seen how I was looking these last week and a half. But I guess that's where my mom is like old school, like she's from the South. And like you just don't you gotta put forth some effort, and it helps you feel better. It helps you feel like, okay, I feel strong, I feel good, I was able to get myself dressed and get myself be like, you know, looking alive. So that's good. It is good. That's not a bad thing, but it can start to become like, if you're constantly doing that, it can start to become a problem and a facade that's actually hindering you and hurting you and making you feel a certain way about yourself. And it's not the truth. And we all get caught up in that. It's a facade. And I'm just kind of over it. Like that was one of my revelations with my little like daytime meditative states like that I was having. Yes, Facebook can be a double-edged sword. It so can. Thank you for saying that. Like it's such a double-edged sword. What's weird for me is that there are happy spots for me on Facebook, which would be, the little Facebook groups that I'm a part of. But then I have to go through all all of my original Facebook, like where I have like hundreds of people that are my friends. I'm like, it's a lot. It's too much. And then I don't want to. And then it makes me miss out on the little aspect of Facebook that I actually love. And it's this weird little cycle. And then I'll say, fine, I don't care. I don't need to look at all that stuff. I don't know why it bothers me. The facade, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it feels inauthentic and it's butting up against my Aquarian soul. And it's like, no, girl. No, no, no. Since the pandemic started, I continue to routine. Oh, girl. Yes. And this is like knowledge that my mom and like her mom would share. Like, no, as soon as you can feel better, you need to get up and you need to like, and I'm talking about being sick, but on the regular, if you're at home and you start to fall into a routine of just pajamas and no makeup, no nothing, you just pajamas day in and day out, you will get into a rut. It will send you into unhealthy tailspin. And the pandemic definitely, it kind of fostered that kind of environment for us to do that. I'm guilty. I will tell you, I'm guilty. But then what I loved about my former job, my former career, because I was in 2020, so in my old career, working from home, teleworking and doing Zoom meetings. And the bosses insisted that let's have our cameras showing. I think it's and I now agree with that. Have your cameras showing. Get yourself together. Get yourself together so you can exchange. And I used to complain and mumble and grumble like, this is dumb. Like, why can't we just have our little face? Our little name? Why do I have to show my video face? Why? But it ended up making my day better. I ended up like going to the store and getting some ingredients so I can make a cool little meal for the family. Because I was feeling cute, even though you can only see me here, in my mask. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So let me read your entire comment. Since the pandemic started, I continue to routine of makeup and hair, and it does help me feel ready for the day, while also knowing that I don't have to depend on it. Yes, isn't it a blessing? Because it's like, don't overindulge, just like with anything, in like pajama day every single day in and day out, with no end in sight. But if one day on a Friday, and you've been getting yourself up together every day of the week, and then that Friday, you're like, I'm gonna keep my pajama pants on. I'm gonna have my little hair in this little top knot, no makeup, no bra. That's me. No, like that's what we gonna do. In my country, if you show your trips abroad, your kids in uniform with the school's name, ooh, yeah, ooh, you know. Mm. Okay, so just today, I watched a story, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm from California, but not Los Angeles. But a lady, one of the housewives, got robbed at gunpoint in her. I think she lives in L.A. I think they said L.A., Los Angeles. And I was thinking to myself, all that flash. And I know people are like hungry and desperate. Okay, so it's a little, you gotta be a little careful because I was like, uh, less details, the better. And yeah, and then people get very cavalier about like, okay, I'm going on my vacation, y'all. See you later. And then we've heard stories. I used to be a claims adjuster, and you'd hear these stories where people like would be broadcasting that they're leaving their homes and whatnot, and then their friends, end up going and taking their stuff. Now I'm like, eek, that is a little much. So I just like to move in ways where it's not like over giving and oversharing. Not because I wouldn't. I'm actually quite open, as you guys can clearly tell in this live. But it's a little different. And I usually try to do the after the fact, after I've done something. Or if I'm doing it, I'm here. Like, I wish you would come in here and try and rob me. I'm here. Like, you're like, I'm nodding. Oh gosh, yes. You have to consider the details. You got to move in a certain way to take care of yourself, because people are a little desperate, a little desperate these days. They've always been, truth be told. But with the advent of oversharing and constantly sharing and putting your business on Front Street, things could happen. And, some people really share everything. I've been watching a lot of different kind of YouTubers who, they just share every aspect of their life. And I'm like, wow, like, no, I'm like, oh no, that's for me. Some aspects, yeah, because I want to help other people on their journey. And if I'm going through something pretty unique that, I think it's unique, but it's not. Other people have gone through it. So it is kind of nice to share and say, hey, I feel you. I've gone through that like you. But like on the daily, I see people share so much, and I'm like, y'all, like I don't need to know that about you. I just don't. So yeah. So I have been just loving these little soft like artwork, like little, ooh, look at this sex. See, I was about to give you TMI. I was about to give you TMI on that. So I will not. But yeah, I like this little deck because it has all sorts of little self-care, sacred self-care messages that I might need to hear. And I was proud of Hay House for publishing it. I was like, because I didn't know if they had it in them. I didn't know. And they do. Good for them. So yeah, I just ordered the this is self Care. It's by Cheryl Richardson. It's a new updated version that just came out on Hay House of her. It's like, I want to say sacred, or no, it's not sacred. It's like self-care wisdom cards or something. And she redid it, and it's all like whimsical and got more diversity. And I'm like, yay. And so I'm going to go ahead and order, because I think it'll go nicely with my little gentle tarot. I love it. I love this little deck so much. I do. I cannot even tell you how cute and just fun it is to shuffle. It actually doesn't, like, it's glossy, and that's not people's bag, I know. But I don't know, sometimes it shuffles really well. Sometimes. Watch. Uh-oh. See, just as I'm going to show you guys. Oh, I got to shift. You have to forgive me. I'm a little out of practice. Yeah, look at that. I really had to like take a step back from readings and lives and get myself together for, this move that's finally going to happen. I can't wait for the day that I do the live from a different location. I'm getting burnt out over here. That's me though. I get burnt out. Like my kids, my adult children, they're like, God, you love to move. And I did. Like, I started to get antsy after like a few years. I was like, I can't. I need new energy. I gotta go. We gotta go. And then move. So I'm getting that itch. It's time to go. Hello. Hi, MA. How are you? Thank you for joining. I know I was telling folks, I'm like, I'm here to do readings. And no one's like, they're just hanging with me today as I talk mess about social media and self-care and self-love. Because yes, this is the Tarot Love Clinic. We are, talking cards too. And Tarot Love Clinic can be us delivering tarot readings and giving us a place where we can round table some questions. Or it could be those who are seeking love. And it also could be those of us who need to remember like about the most important love, which is self-love. And social media sometimes can get out of whack, out of balance. And I've been using this deck to kind of help me, these two decks, the Sacred Self-Care Oracle, and then the Gentle Tarot as my daily little messages to chill out. Because sometimes like I said, it's a love-hate thing. Sometimes I just want to hurry up, watch all the videos, join all the Facebook groups, be on Instagram and be all up in it. And then other times I'm just so drained emotionally and mentally. And then there's this struggle. And then I'm struggling. So it's nice to have like moments, readings for yourself where you can kind of like get through the BS and get to what's really going on and what you really need. Like my card earlier says sing, and I'm going to do that. I think I've been like nervous because I didn't want to blow out my voice. I do sing. One day I'll sing for you guys. I do sing. And because I talk all the time doing readings for clients, professional readings, like people who are paying me, I don't want to like blow my voice out. And so I haven't been singing. I sacrificed that. So the Queen of Wands and the Sing card coming for me today now is perfect. It's exactly what I need to do. It lets me know I am very much on my way to recovery from my little, what can I call it? I mean, I guess we could say the little COVID thing now. I kind of like attach it to another word because for last year, YouTube was like, you can't even say the word without problems on your video. So I'm like, so I guess I'll be careful. Hi, Nina. Hello. I'm happy you are here. You didn't miss a bunch. I'm getting my feet wet, after missing last week. I've been wanting to like touch base with you guys once a week live or in a video. And I did good this week. Put out some videos. And then, but I love lives. I love to interact with you guys. So I was throwing, like, talking about little cards I was using during my little recovery period. And it's self-love and social media. So, yeah, just catching you up. Anna says, I had to convince myself that time resting was not time wasted. We need to, like, put this in some sort of like way for people to see that. I think a lot of us hear all the time, get your rest. Are you getting your rest? Are you taking care of yourself? And then we hear that, but then there's something nagging in our little brains, not our little brains, but our brains. So it's like, oh, you're being lazy. You're being lazy. But no, you're not. That's all a part of our health, like our wellness. That's all a part of our wellness, to get rest, to feel lazy. Now, if you're, again, we overindulging for days upon days upon days of laziness, well, yeah, that's a problem. But that's not us in this modern world. That's not us. People, like, it's so good that we got to slow down just a bit, to realize actually we have been over-efforting all this time, and now we need to stop over-efforting. That's what we need to do. Oh, these are the Sacred Self-Care Oracle cards. So, Hay House, you can get these on Hay House. Well, there's an indie version. And one day, and every now and then I see them in the marketplace, but because I'm in the Dominican Republic, I just don't really partake in buying all these decks. But when I come to the United States in December, if I can find myself an indie version of this deck, I'll probably maybe try to get it. But this one worked out just fine. This is where you start to talk to yourself like, oh yeah, I want the indie version, and the mass market. No. If it's working, it's working. It's like, it says movement, so you could be like, what is the social media like little thing I've been on, constant consumption, or feeling a certain way about it? What's it about? Or what am I ignoring that I really should be doing? Not should be doing. I hate the word should. That I could be doing right now. And then you could be like, oh, movement, abundance planning. I have a dear friend out here that I met out here, and she does sound healing. And she did a sound healing session for me, and it was amazing. Probably next week, once I know I'm like not contagious, then I'll move about the cabin and see if she's back in town, so I can get some sound healing going on. Soak in a bath. I like the sex card. Where is it? So you probably missed that. We talked about that. That popped up, and it's be still. You see it? Connect with crystals. Y'all, that's all I do. It's me and my little crystals, but babies. Oh, some things, there it is. Some things. I had to get back to the basics of humanity. So I could feel alive again. Oh my God. I'm like, now I can't say I was like, my long streak of not being sick is over. Let's see what we got. So those are the cards, Sacred Self-Care Oracle cards. I know I've done an unboxing. I'm pretty sure I have. I like it. I can pull cards. It is beautiful. I like it. I'm so proud of Hay House, I'm like, all right. Because there's tons of little, feel good oracles or affirmation decks out there. But some of them are very feel goody to me, almost too feel goody, if that makes any sense. I need something that's going to be like sex, or be still or disconnect. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like there's some messages that I just need that they don't always come in those little like feel goody affirmation cards. So yeah, let me see. It is beautiful. So yeah. Oh my goodness. I have like 10 more minutes to keep you guys. So we could pull a card for the collective, card or two with our little decks. This is the Gentle Tarot. I mentioned that earlier. I had, I think there was like, I don't know. Oh, drink tea. I love tea. Love tea. I have it shipped here. Like, it's like my luxury that I just refuse to let go of. I was like, okay, I may not can have decks coming here all the time, but I can certainly have wonderful teas from around the world come to me. I don't give a damn. Like, I'm going to drink my tea. It's the one thing that I can taste that doesn't taste like dirt since my illness. Connect with fire. I just like this deck so much. So we could pull like a message. Just pull a card or two. Maybe one of us needs to hear whatever comes through. Hi, Kelly. Hi, I'm glad you're here. I was like, today I am going to get with the land of the living and I'm going to first stop YouTube fam. I'm going to pop into some lives and I'm definitely smitten with Deanne's bag, Kelly, for her Mildred Payne. I pulled out the Mildred Payne's little secret pocket oracle because I want to use, I need to show you the sad. I'm actually embarrassed. I can't show you the bag that I house my Mildred Payne in. It's just too embarrassing. It's too sad. Okay, this one, this one is the Sacred Self-Care Oracle. I forgot her name, who created it, but it's published on Hay House, so it's very cheap. I like it. It's very good. It made its way from the U.S. to here, so that means I like it a lot. Like this. And then this is the Gentle Tarot. I think this is published by, a company called Hippo. Hippo? I think Orange Hippo. It's mass market though. So, but yeah, I don't know. So I like this little deck. So I've been using it as I've been in my little space. Like I'll do, because I do readings for like every single day. I may not do readings for clients because if I'm not feeling well, I don't want to be sitting sweating with a fever, all feverish, doing a reading for someone. But I live and breathe tarot and cards. And so these decks I use together, let me show you. I use these together and then I feel good. Maybe it's like reminding me when I was a kid and I read little books, or my mom would read books and they have like this art style or something, like little children's books, and it just makes me feel good. I don't know. It says temperance and deep breathing. So yeah, I have been actually embracing more mass market because I was like, indie, it's too precarious right now to have decks being shipped with the little shipping crisis that's happening. And I would be heartbroken. It's already precarious just to have decks make their little way from the US to the Dominican Republic. I just couldn't. So I can risk it with mass market, not so much with indie. So I'm going to probably pick one good indie deck that when I go to the US in December and stay at my mama's house, I'm going to have the deck or two probably delivered to her house. So I'm going to need to pick something soon and order it soon. So that way it could be waiting for me when I get there. I'll get off the plane and go open up my package like that's been waiting for me. Let's see. Yeah, do you have an Etsy? That's the question. That is the question. Yes, I'm so weird about having decks pair. Like it's a thing for me. It's a like I don't know. I think it's like the whole like I need to coordinate. Like things have to coordinate. But they pair so beautifully. I was so surprised by the magic. I was just like, what? I had not backed. Oh, I mean, yes, I did. I had not backed the Kickstarter, but bought from her Etsy account. So yeah, see, I saw the whole thing transact, like the whole thing, and I was like, oh no, I don't need to get it now. It'll be around, and then it didn't, and it got picked up by Hay House, and now because it got picked up by Hay House, bidding cards, she's not going to sell her indie version, so I have to find it as a secondary on the secondary market. So that's when when you miss out on a deck. But the mass market, guys, it's just fine too. I'll be real. I favored it, going to buy it. That was the one I. Oh, okay. So, anyways, this is like 4 minutes. So let's do a little reading for the collective as we wrap up today. I'm so happy to be back. So I'll be on Tarot Stash on Monday for a deck casual. So let's join me then. And then also tomorrow, Lavender Moon, I'm like ramping up, getting my little YouTube legs back together after being sick. So it feels good right now. It feels good being with you guys. Thank you. I just appreciate you being here today. Let's see. And Nina says, some decks I wish the creators still offered the indie version, even if they are picked up by mass. I know. I do see it every blue moon. It does happen. For example, the Gaian Tarot is on Red Feather Schiffer, right? But the creator also sells they're more expensive, of course. Probably some people would say way more expensive on her indie website. But if you're like me, I wanted the cardstock to be perfect, damn near perfect. And so I have the Llewellyn edition. I'm very happy about that. I don't have the Red Feather Schiffer because it's so glossy and big, and I don't trim my decks because I don't trust my hands to do a proper job. So I don't want to be stuck with like large borders and things. So that would be an example of someone who's still a creator who still sells, in addition to or alongside the mass market. See, God damn, sea brain. Oh yeah, Gerald is so much fun. I'm so I'm like, this is gonna be so much fun. So I'm happy that I'm on the men. Like yes. So we're gonna have a great time chit-chatting about the Lightseers Tarot's Death and Rebirth card. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I am feeling better. Each day I wake up, I'm like, I feel so good. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you. I feel good. But I'm sad about there's the name, I forgot the name of it, like where you look like you have a weird taste and a weird sense of smell. First I had no sense of smell and no taste, which I almost kind of would rather have than like a nasty taste. So, but they said that's recovery, and that's a blessed thing. So I'll take it, even though it's crappy. Yep, Anna Kay as well. That's right. That's another example. So, I want to hear more examples because it is interesting because a lot of times the creators go into a contract with the mass market company that says they're not going to do that, but maybe it's just depending on their contract that they have with the mass market company that they work with that they can do that. I don't know. I would imagine that would be one of the things. Yes. Oh, on the new Gaian, I mean. Oh, Those blue board, yes. They're not appealing. The blue board, and it's just like white and blue, and it's like it takes away from the beauty of the card. And I don't know. Sometimes borders work. I will admit, sometimes borders work on a card, but sometimes they don't. And in my opinion, in that instance, they don't with the guy in tarot. Sorry, Schiffer. That's just what it is. That's just what it is to me. Yep. I think that's another example. So there are creators, and I sometimes am that one who will go, like if I saw something on Massmart, I'm like, let me see, just to humor myself, and then Google the creator and see if they have a website and see if they're selling it on their own website and see what's going on. And that's how I stumbled on the Gaian Tarot and figured out that there was the Llewellyn edition, which I love Llewellyn cardstock versus Schiffer. I'm going to be frank. It just is what it is. But then I saw, oh, she sells her own decks. But then I was like, no, I still want the Llewellyn. So I lucked up and got the Llewellyn first edition of the Gaian Tarot from somebody who was selling it for a great price on Amazon back when they were really selling like used decks back then. I don't know what happened, why they stopped doing that. I love the colors in that deck. The Ethereal Visions also went mass market. Love it. One of my workhorses, although there was a lot of controversy about the creator. And that happens. That does happen. And I think with the controversy with that one, and I don't want to step in no mess. I just observed on social media, because that's what we were talking about today. Oh, egos and social media. I didn't even get a chance to talk about all that, but that's okay. Or mental health, but we know. But yeah, that was a situation of probably, poor communication, poor planning, and I don't know. It can be frustrating, but it's like you also have to have compassion. And I just choose to have compassion for everybody involved in that situation, including the creator. Because it was like, oh, eek. But I didn't go through all of that hoopla. So, but I saw it. I saw it unfold. Sometimes I'm we could be nosy too, and you see all this like hoopla unfolding. You're like, oh no. But I can't stop watching and reading and seeing what's the next post about it and who's mad now. Let me see. The colors are so warm and rich. It is. It's like, I don't know. I think of like that warm, like fall, like I hate to use the word Indian summer, but that's what they would call it when I was growing up. It's that time period of like now, like autumn, but it's like late summer to autumn. And it kind of sometimes is long, and in California, it would be like dry and like hot. And then the sun would be it'd be like sunburn. And so I think of, tarot, let's say the Desacroix, probably mispronouncing that. Please forgive me. Yes, I'm all. I like workhorse. Yes, I will. I will definitely. I did a workhorse video, but it'll be fun to have a workhorse live discussion, because sometimes they change. Most of my workhorse decks don't change too much. But every now and then I throw in something in the mix, and I think it'll be more fun to have people be able to be in a live setting to chat about their own individual workhorse decks and what makes it a workhorse deck for them. So we could do something like that. That would be fun. And I want to do it at my new spot, because where I'm going to have it set up, I'll have a table in front of me so I can be able to do more like show and tell. It's so awkward. This setup to me just pisses me off. I'm grateful, God, but it's like, it pisses me off because I'm all at a weird angle, and Yeah. So that'll be fun. We could do that. I got to put that, I have to write that down. I have to write that down. All right. So I know it's getting late. It's getting late. Let's see what messages, some self-care messages. Ooh. Oh my gosh, the 2 cards that jump. That's alone time, the subject of the day, and deep breathing. Oh my gosh, I need to do that. I feel like I've been kind of shallowly breathing, kind of holding my breath. I've always tended to do that, just generally speaking, but I really feel it now. And it's like, no. Let's pull a card, a tarot card. Thank you, Spirit, for the alone time messages and the deep breathing. I'm sad. I don't have a guidebook here. It's in the States in its box. I'm gonna have to reshuffle that. It's in the States, so there is a cool little guidebook that comes with this deck. I just, because I had to travel light, I had to leave a lot of guidebooks. But yeah, you don't need a guidebook though. That's why I didn't bring it. You just got, it's got the key phrase, the image. You don't need much. And your intuition. Did I get all the cards? See what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm talking about. So if I had a little spill, then it would be just all over the table, not all over the floor. Oh my gosh, thank you, Nina. You are so right. The right setup is crucial. It is. It makes me not even want to like do stuff. So that's just me being whiny and complaining. Hi all, I'm alone this evening and we'll settle in for my evening meditation shortly. Oh, nice, nice. Hi, I'm all alone. And guess what? I'm going to be meditating too. I have not done it. And I'm like, girl, you did. I am mad at myself because that week that I got sick, I completely fell off of every bit of self-care. Like I stopped meditating. I got like 2 or 3 hours of sleep because I was blaming the leak, but really, come on, you could have made a priority to get some rest. And then I got sick. So yeah, I'm gonna meditate tonight. Deep breathing, deep breathing. It's time to start focusing more on being our own best company with this alone time card. You know, with social media, we can really oftentimes escape, procrastinate, look out there, have people put upon us what, and they're not doing it just they're not doing it to be mean, they're just doing them. But it's up to us to be the stewards of what information and what energy is coming our way and to prioritize alone time. And I know, well, back when I was working a really stressful job and dealing with social media too, like I was having anxiety in fits, and like I would have panic attacks, just all kinds of stuff coming up. And then it would all boil back to what could bring me back to center was deep breathing. And, I love that exercise of focusing. What is it? The 5-4-3-2-1 method. I probably should put that in like a link in the description box because it helps me so much when I was often having panic attacks. So I focus on 5 things in the room, then 4 things, and monitoring my breathing and coming back to self. And it's so important. It's so important. Take care of them lungs. I can say that emphatically to you all. Take care of them. Take care of your immunity and to get your vitamin D. Get out and get some sunlight. Take supplements if you're like me who needs them. I need them. And have alone time, quality time. Take these cards as messages that it's time to be one with self, journal, rest. Yeah, you can watch a Netflix video in bed, you do that stuff. But there's just something about just sitting there, I'll tell you. and just sitting there under a fan. It's still kind of warm here, so it's the tropics. So that's my happy place sometimes. It's not doing anything, not having anything being soaked into the brain from social media or anything. Just me and the fan. To be the fan and no shirt on. I'm a mess, you guys. Later this last week, I have to listen to my body or I end up getting really sick. Yep. And it's just that simple. You have to listen to your body, and it tells you loud and clear. And we're lucky. We're card readers, right? This group, we get to get close up close and personal with our intuition, and we get to see messages that come through with the use of cards, and they'll tell us what we need to do. So that's why I like this deck. It's because it's like, oh, what's really going on? What do I need? What do I need? Oh, we all need alone time and deep breathing this week. Make that a priority starting today. Whenever you see this video, make it a priority today. Hi memes. What's coming in terms for me for love? I've been single for 2 years. Well, I'll pull one quick card, but I'm getting ready to wrap up. But, memes. Check out Lavender Moon. I'm going to pull one quick card here and maybe for my love oracle. But check out tomorrow, October 29th, Lavender Moon, from I think it's 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're all going to be powwowing for Samhain, and I'm sure they're going to be dressed up. I don't have a costume, so I'm just going to be bringing the cards and ready to read. So we'll see. I'll pull like one tarot for you. Maybe one tarot. I want to thank you guys while I'm shuffling the cards for memes. 7 of Wands. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. It was so much fun just to hang out with you, and I feel alive. See, there's a plus. There's a plus. Memes. What's coming up for me in terms of love? I've been single for 2 years. Chemistry. So one of the things about this kind of question is we can look at what's coming up, and that's great. But you also could look at, and we don't have to do that today, maybe some other time. But we also can look at either what may be blocking love, or my favorite, how to attract love. Because if the same old is happening, then you're going to get more of the same old, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is that if you've been single for 2 years and you're still in the same energy of what you're doing, I think the more important question is to ask, how can I attract love, a meaningful connection to come in? What's going on? And so that's why I'm saying all of this, is because of the 7 of Wands. There's this defensive energy. There's chemistry. There's a potential. There's a potential right on the other side of this block, of this invisible boundary setting, that the reading that you get next from someone, but from me or yourself or whomever in the world, explore more so what is the block. How can I attract in a relationship? It's there. When's the next likely thing, the next frontier in your love life of what you're going to be dealing with? It's probably springtime, because the Wands represents the season of spring for me. And it represents you confronting this and having like some movement, dating, chemistry, a connection happening. But first, it's time to do a little excavation process and looking at, why has it been a block? since you want it, you want to manifest. Maybe it's just not really have been a block. Maybe you're right where you need to be, right where you're supposed to be. And so it may have felt like 2 years long, but really no, there was a lot of stuff that needed to get dealt with and approached and dismantled and put back up again to prepare you for a fiery, passionate relationship. Does that make sense, memes? I'm all rambling. You have to forgive me. Like sometimes this fever brain. It's been. But you got something. Your next frontier in love memes is the springtime. Now, I know you probably want something like now, but you've already started to scratch the surface and start to do the excavation and exploration to prepare you for some excitement. So I think things are going to blossom as they do with that Wands energy. Feels like girls getting together for tea and cookies. That's what I was feeling too. So thank you for saying that. That makes me feel good. I'm so happy you are here today. I know it is a nice dinner. Thanks, Kim. Nice vibing here today. Have a great weekend. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Memes, thank you for allowing me to chit chat with you about your love energies. And Kelly, it was so good. I know, cookies. I bet you my taste buds will work for cookies. I bet. It worked for a brownie that I had yesterday. So that's what we were missing today is some cookies. So thanks you all so much for joining me. And I will see you all around and all, Lavender Moon, Tarot Stash, Lavender Moon tomorrow, Tarot Stash on Monday, and then probably something again for next Thursday. I'll put it in the community tab. And take good care of yourselves. So much love to all of you. And oh, good. I'm happy. I'm so happy. That message was for you, Kelly Bear. That message was for you. It's actually for all of us, but really for you as confirmation of what's happening this evening. So happy Halloween, everyone. Oh, hold on. I gotta do this. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go.